Take that, Yankees. We beat you, baby. 10-9. Blue Jays beat the New York Yankees to end their win streak. Now 49-17 New York. I know we lost the series, but it was the big win for the Blue Jays, the big comeback win. That was a huge response to the Yankees saying, hey, you're not sweeping us this time around. We're bringing in the rain. And the Jays brought it against the Rainbringer and Josh Donaldson this afternoon. On Father's Day, they did what I asked. They said bring a win for all the dads out there, and they did their part. Especially some guys to name that I will talk about in this video. What is up, guys? My name is Nicholas Carcello. Welcome back to the video. Toronto Blue Jays beat the New York Yankees 10-9, as I just briefly said, and we'll talk a little bit about this one and get it going right now. Guerrero Jr., bottom of the first. Homers to left on the first pitch. Bo Bichette scores in the play. A two-run shot by Guerrero Jr. It is 2-0 to start this ball game on Father's Day. Blue Jays need to watch out, though, because Gleyber Torres homers to left on a full count. That one gone out of here in a hurry. It is 2-1. Broken up later in the top of the third. Josh Donaldson bringing the rain to left field. Homers on a 2-2 count. Joey Gallo scores a two-run shot by JD. And quickly, the Yankees take a 3-2 lead. Followed later in the top of the fifth. Aaron Judge will double to center. He's going to get Gallo scoring and LeMahieu going to third. Building on that lead quickly right after, Gleyber Torres doubles to center. LeMahieu scores. Judge scores a two-run double from Gleyber Torres. Puts the New York Yankees up in this one, and they're slowly clawing away at the Blue Jays. 6-2 at this point. Bottom of the fifth, though. George Springer says, we're not going away. Homers to left on the first pitch. That one out of here in a hurry. George Springer bringing the rain, and the Jays make it 6-3. They cut the game in half. However, in the top of the sixth, Higashioka homers to left on a 2-2 count. Gonzalez homers to left on a 2-2 count. Both getting two solo shots for the New York Yankees, which would make the game 8-3. It looks to be out of the Jays' hands. At this point, majority of people changing the channel, except for all the dads and sons that are out there at the Jays game with a packed house. And they knew they had to bring the packed house some really good stuff. And what do? Bottom of the sixth, Gurriel Jr. homers to left in a 2-2 count. Kirk scores. Hernandez scores. Chapman scores. A grand slam by Gurriel Jr. A huge homer for the Jays. They bring it back within just a run. And just right after that, Teoscar Hernandez, bottom of the seventh. Homers to center. That one down Broadway on a 2-1 count. Guerrero scores. Kirk scores a three-run shot by Teoscar Hernandez. Finally, the run's coming in from the big boys, and they bring it just like we wanted it. It is 10-6 for the Toronto Blue Jays. And my apologies, 10-8. I don't know why I said 10-6. Top of the eighth, Anthony Rizzo. He had to do something. He couldn't go quiet this game. They bring him in as the man to kind of fix the game. He had an off day, knowing that they would probably beat the Blue Jays. Well, the Blue Jays said, no. And top of the eighth, Anthony Rizzo doing what he does best. Homers to right. That is his 18th of the season on a 1-1 count. Anthony Rizzo, this guy is a dangerous man. And man, I'm telling you, when we got to the top of the ninth, Jordan Romano coming in, man, I was so worried when Anthony Rizzo got to the plate. He found a base. And thank God the Jays got around it, because Jordan Romano, some fantastic closing moments from him. 17th save of the season for Jordan Romano, and getting his first win on the year. Yimi Garcia, thank goodness, because he's had so many good performances. For him to be 0-3 doesn't make sense in my mind. Now he got his win. 1 inning pitched and 3 strikeouts for Yimi Garcia, and Wandy Peralta let that big sucker go in the top of the seventh, and that left the win for the Blue Jays. 1-1 of the season with 1 inning pitched, 3 earned runs, and 1 base on ball for the New York Yankees. So the Jays heading out and flying out to Chicago tonight. They will face the White Sox at Guaranteed Rate Field. And it's going to be a good game. I mean, Lance Lynn, obviously the starter for the White Sox. He's having an absolute atrocious season. But you know what? Lance Lynn, this guy, I mean, look at his stats last season. I mean, just unbelievable. 2.69 ERA, a whip of 107. This guy was unreal last year. And the reason for the Chicago White Sox success, in my opinion, for a lot of games last year, played with Texas a couple years ago, had a incredible career with the Cardinals. And this guy, he knows how to pitch. So he's having a tough year. The roughest of his career, the last time he had a year like this was a 5.10 ERA with the Minnesota Twins, where he finished the season 7-8. This year, he currently is only pitched 4 innings. So he's coming back off an injury, and we're looking to see some really good ball from Lance Lynn. And I think he's going to bring the heat in this next one. Of course, he's not pitched a lot of innings this season, playing back in April, and I think that was his last game. Yeah, he played a preseason game, 1 game in April, and then recently pitched on the 13th against the Tigers, and he let 10 hits. So, yeah, he's 35 years old. It's going to be tough for Lance Lynn to come back. Anyways, talking about the man on our side, Jose Barrios, who's 5-2 with a 4.65 ERA, ladies and gentlemen. Jose Barrios is bringing it this season. He's got the heat. He's got everything he needs to do to get this Jays team rolling. And 13 strikeouts, 8 strikeouts in his last against the Baltimore Orioles. 5 recently against the Tigers. 7 a couple weeks ago against the Cardinals. He's been bringing in the heat, and he's been really, really good with his strikeout count. And it's not a surprise that he's been good with the strikeout count. He's had this before in his career. 202 strikeouts with the Twins 1 year. 195. He's got 62 strikeouts in 71 innings pitched. Very close to being a strikeout per inning guy. And speaking of which, is on track this year to get 1,000 strikeouts in his career. So that'd be unbelievable for him. It's a big monument for a lot of pitchers. And it would be great to see Barrios get that. I think he does deserve it. He's currently 81 strikeouts away. So he's going to have to bring it up just a tad, but I do think he could complete it this season. And it'll be a great moment in Toronto to see Barrios throwing that final strikeout and saying, hey, I got it. But big game tomorrow night, 8:10 p.m. Eastern time. If you do want to watch this one, it's going to be a nice series. The Chicago White Sox have gone through a lot of injuries, and with Lance Lynn coming back, with a couple guys on their roster coming back now, I think that the White Sox are going to be in pretty good hands, in my opinion. They still have Liam Hendricks. They still have Tim Anderson out, and Garrett Crochet out as well. But a lot of the other guys are kind of like mid-of-the-team players, so that's really their big guys. And obviously the Jays have some injuries as well. Not as drastic as the White Sox, but definitely still big in our heart. Yeah, I think this is going to be a good series against the White Sox. I think the Jays are probably going to win this one. If I had to guess, probably 2-1. I would love to see a sweep against the White Sox, but they're a good ball club. And hey, now that they got some of their guys back, they could easily sneak their way into being a playoff team. I think it's going to happen. Anyways, I'll stop dilly-dallying from now on. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more of these videos, and please make sure to turn on your post notifications to get notified when these videos do come out. One more thing. Please, please, please make sure to share this video with your friends and family. Helps me out so much, guys, and I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. White Sox versus the Jays. Lance Lynn versus Jose Barrios. And the Bats are coming to Chicago, and we're going to let them loose. Let's go. All right, take it easy, guys.